Electric cars are shaking up the racing world, and not everyone is thrilled about it. You've probably heard the whispers of electric vehicles being banned from various racing competitions, but why? Well, it seems they were just too good. Take drag strip racing, for instance. Electric cars were dominating the scene, leaving traditional combustion engines in the dust. But rather than applauding innovation, some cried foul, citing concerns about battery fires. Yet, statistically speaking, the risk of battery fires in EVs pales in comparison to that of traditional combustion engine fires. Now, the crackdown on electric cars isn't just limited to drag strips. From races across the United States to events in other parts of the world, electric vehicles are facing bans. But why the ban hammer? Let's dive in and uncover the truth behind why electric cars are causing such a stir in the racing world. If you are like most car enthusiasts, you definitely used to devour car magazines and scour car websites daily, immersed in your passion for V8 engines and the latest models from BMW, Mercedes, and Ford. But over time, you noticed a pattern. Despite the billions poured into developing new internal combustion engines, the performance gains were marginal at best, mere fractions of a second faster. As the CEO of Dodge pointed out, internal combustion had hit its limits. EVs, on the other hand, were proving to be game changers in speed. Even the muscle car aficionados at Dodge acknowledged that electric vehicles simply outpaced their traditional counterparts. Despite undeniable evidence of electric vehicles' prowess on the track, there's still a chorus of skeptics clinging to outdated notions. You've probably heard it too, the claim that Teslas and other EVs are only good for straight-line speed, unable to handle the twists and turns of a racetrack. But then there's Top Gear, putting the Tesla Model 3 performance through its paces and watching it leave traditional sports cars in the dust. It wasn't even close. The Model 3 blew away the competition by a whopping 2-second margin. Yet the skeptics persist, insisting that electric cars are one-trick ponies. But if that were the case, why would there be a sudden surge in bans on electric vehicles from racing events across America? Well, it's simple. They're just too darn good. Case in point, a Tesla dominating an entire series of races, winning every single one. And just like that, when the competition couldn't keep up, the ban hammer came down. It's clear as day why electric cars are being sidelined. They're rewriting the rules of racing, and not everyone is ready to accept it. The crackdown on electric vehicles in racing isn't isolated to just one event. It's spreading like wildfire. Despite their proven capabilities, there's still this stubborn belief that EVs can only go fast in a straight line, leading to bans from races that involve anything beyond a straight stretch of road. Take the case of Tesla driver John Bickford, whose souped-up Model 3 was banned from the Good Guys 2024 autocross event, along with a blanket ban on all EVs. What's telling is that Bickford's Model 3 had previously swept 5 out of 5 events last year, setting records and raising eyebrows. But instead of celebrating his achievements, he found himself sidelined, along with all other electric cars. And it doesn't end there. Bickford was also banned from another race, the Hot Rod Power Tour West Autocross event, despite clocking the fastest time during an exhibition lap. It's a baffling decision that reeks of bias against electric vehicles. They saw his EV was too fast and decided he couldn't compete, even though he had traveled from San Diego to Vegas Motor Speedway ready to race. It's a frustrating situation that highlights the uphill battle electric car enthusiasts are facing in the world of racing. While speed is often the focus of discussions surrounding electric vehicles and racing, there's another crucial factor at play: energy consumption. Formula One, with its rigorous demands on both performance and efficiency, faces significant challenges in incorporating electric vehicles into its lineup. Let's break it down. Consider the energy requirements for competing in a typical 189.5-mile Grand Prix. F1 regulations dictate that cars can carry 242.5 pounds or 110 kilograms of fuel per race now. If we look at the energy density of gasoline, which typically stands at 12,889 watt-hours per kilogram, a full tank packs a punch of over 1,400 kilowatt-hours. However, here's the kicker. F1 cars can only manage to convert just over 50% of this potential energy into horsepower. That means the actual propulsion generated by the combustion engine amounts to just north of 700 kilowatt-hours. But wait, there's more. Hybrid energy recovery systems, or ERS, are also in play, contributing an additional 1.11 kilowatt-hours per lap. When you tally it all up, the total energy expenditure over the race distance surpasses 750 kilowatt-hours. This brings us to a critical point. the challenge of storing and managing this massive amount of energy in an electric vehicle format. While electric cars offer impressive acceleration and performance, their energy storage capabilities still lag behind those of traditional combustion engines, especially in a high-performance setting like Formula 1. Regenerative braking does play a crucial role in the energy equation for electric vehicles, including those in racing. It's a technology that allows cars to recover kinetic energy during braking and convert it back to usable electrical energy, thus extending the overall range or energy efficiency of the vehicle. However, it's essential to temper expectations regarding the contribution of regenerative braking to the overall energy balance, especially in the high-performance racing scenarios like Formula 1. While regenerative braking can certainly dent energy consumption, it typically accounts for only a minority of the energy used over the course of a race. Estimates vary widely regarding the range-extending capabilities of regenerative braking in racing situations. Some studies, like the one simulated by IEEE researchers in 2017 for an electric superbike, suggest it could be as low as 4%. Others, like the figure provided by a race that campaigned an electric converted Subaru Impreza race car in SCCA Autocross, suggested it could be as high as 25%. Taking into account Formula 1's unique aerodynamic characteristics, which generate significant drag and deceleration forces, a more realistic estimate would likely fall somewhere closer to 20%. Even with this generous figure, it's clear that regenerative braking alone cannot fully offset the energy demands of high-speed racing. To get a better idea, let's crunch some numbers. If we take that 20% figure into account and adjust the total energy expenditure to 625 kilowatt-hours for an F1 race, we're faced with a stark reality. Storing that much energy in a battery simply isn't feasible given current technology. Lithium-ion batteries, the go-to choice for electric vehicles like Tesla's, offer a maximum energy density of just 265 watt-hours per kilogram, according to the University of Washington's Clean Energy Institute. To put that into perspective, it's barely a 48th of the energy density of gasoline. So to score 625 kilowatt-hours of energy, you'd need a lithium-ion battery weighing a whopping 5,200 pounds. Now, let's consider the implications of lugging around such a hefty battery on the track. Newton's laws of physics come into play here. Larger masses require proportionally more energy to accelerate, and pushing around a 5,200-pound battery at the blistering pace of a modern F1 car for the duration of a Grand Prix demands a staggering 1,674 kilowatt-hours of energy. It's a sobering reminder of the practical limitations imposed by physics, similar to the calculations involved in rocketry when determining the amount of propellant needed to launch a payload into space. Even the most promising near-future energy storage technologies fall short of providing a magic solution to the challenges faced by electric vehicles and racing. Supercapacitors, including the latest test utilizing graphene oxide, fail to surpass the energy density of lithium-ion batteries at their best, maxing out at 206 watt-hours per kilogram. This rules them out as a viable alternative for high-performance racing applications. Solid-state batteries offer improved energy density compared to traditional lithium-ion chemistry, with sulfide solid-state batteries reaching a maximum energy density of 410 watt-hours per kilogram, according to an August 2019 study. However, even with this advancement, a 625 kilowatt-hour battery would still weigh an unwieldy 3,361 pounds and require a whopping 1,082 kilowatt-hours to keep pace with an F1 car for the duration of the race. The bottom line, keeping energy consumption under control necessitates minimizing weight and pushing battery packs to sizes where completing a Grand Prix on a single charge becomes unattainable. This shifts the focus to mid-race energy replenishment, but none of the available options align seamlessly with the current framework of Formula 1. Fast charging isn't swift enough to occur during a race, battery hot swaps pose safety concerns and logistical challenges, and car swaps would echo the practices of Formula E, which abandoned them as soon as technology allowed. In essence, while advancements in energy storage technology hold promise for the future of electric vehicles and racing, the practical limitations and constraints of the sport as we know it today present formidable obstacles that must be overcome through innovation and adaptation. Hey, if you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel so you can enjoy some more videos just like this.